Uh, Here, part one.
Yeah.
Do you eat in restaurants, cafe, and so on a lot?
While I was a student, I preferred eating outside rather than cooking. But as I've grown into an adult, I think that was just a waste of money and degrading my health. And I do not plan on doing that as far as I get home cooked food. And I'd rather make some efforts in cooking rather than going outside to eat.
Okay. How do you decide where to go when you want to eat out?
Actually, there is no such decision because I tend to eat out when there is no food cooked in my house or I feel too lazy to cook food, and generally it is the decision of my friends. I would find myself comfortable about anywhere as long as the food is good.
Do you ever cook for yourself?
Yeah, actually I love cooking, and that is the reason for me not going outside too much or getting food delivered in my home. But I am a lazy person, so I skip the cooking part, and it has caused a lot of health problems for me in the past. But I am trying to cook all the foods during the day by myself.
Yeah. Can you recommend a good place to eat in your hometown?
Yeah, there are a lot of places actually. In my village, particularly, there's a restaurant which goes by the name Momo Crazy, which serves delicious dumplings. And the dumplings are stuffed with mutton, chicken, veggies, and other forms of meat as well. Despite momos, they also tend to make very good variety of dishes, and it is good place to hang out with your friends and even with your family.
Okay, Divya, that's the part one. Now,
Okay.
part two. Uh, Listen to me very carefully. You will have 1 minute to make a note, and you will have to speak 1 to 2 minutes for the topic.
Okay.
Describe how people spend time and money on furnishing their homes.
Okay.
You should say how decor is important in a home, in what way furnishing reflects the homeowner's personality, in what ways people spend money on their furnishing. Do you want me to repeat the question?
I don't think so. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I start now?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So the decoration of the houses have been a major issue in the present time because people are spending a lot of money considering the interior design of the house. Many courses have opened which teaches the students how to design the houses internally, and there are also various manufacturing companies who produce a lot of items, mainly the flooring flooring items like rugs, carpets, and wooden flooring as well. As far as I am concerned, I would not consider it as such an important thing to do because for me, house is beautiful when the people in there are cheerful. So yeah, but it does actually reflect the personality of the person living in the house. It certainly reflects upon the money they are earning, and since decoration is not an useful thing, it also shows the person is somewhat show off as well. People tend to use various floorings, mainly maple wood. Actually, that's the only name that I know because I'm not quite into it. And the interior decorations like wood flooring is good for the places in higher altitudes or who the houses which see a very high drop in temperature in the winter time because cement is not an option and the furnishing has to be done by wood. But in the houses of the normal areas, I don't do not think it is important as such. But I don't want to make many comments regarding the nature of the people spending on their house because it's their money and they can do whatever they want to do with their money. So yeah, I think it is important for some houses, but at the same time, I also tend to think that people nowadays are spending a lot of fortune in decorating their house.
All right. Uh,
Okay,
Now we are going to move for the part three. Here's the
sure.
question. Do we place more value on what someone has than who they are?
Actually, it depends upon the nature of the person who is judging because I would rather make a judgment if I had to based upon the nature of the person rather than the possession because the possession is something related to the physical world and it can be gathered or the money can be made by both good and bad means. So I think it should not be a measure for the person's intelligence or integrity.
Yeah. In your opinion, will society become more materialistic in the future?
Uh, I think it is quite hard to tell because the way that the society is evolving, it is trying to stray away from the materialistic things because more people are getting aware about the knowledge or you can say the value of knowledge rather than the value for money. But we cannot say for sure because the physical things are important and many manufacturers are manufacturing them more, which means the number of consumers are increasing. And I think that it should not be that way, but I think it shall be that way and even more as well.
All right. How will an increasing focus on materialism change society?
Uh, First and foremost, it will extend the gap between the rich and the poor. The poor people shall die dreaming of being rich, and the gap shall increase. Therefore, there need to be some things done to bridge that gap, and I think the bridge is knowledge, because it does not really matter how much you own in your hand, but it's more worth to own it inside of your mind. Mind, in my opinion, is valued more in today's market. So I would say yes, actually. Okay. So I would say
Okay, that
actually, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
are you done with your question? Answer?
Yeah. 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 I was done.
Yeah.
I actually forgot the question, the last question. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the end of your part three.
So, so yeah, feedback
In
time.
recommendation, like last question answer was out of track,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
rest of all was quite enough good. In second part, your story was quite lengthy, but
Yeah.
yeah, you mentioned all the points, whatever was asked in the question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
that's
it
all.
go more? Did it go more than 2 minutes?
I think it's more. It was more than 3 minutes.
Oh my god. Actually, I did
Yeah,
not write anything about that at all. I wanted to practice like promptly, so
yeah,
instantaneously.
simultaneously.
And yeah.
Yeah, it was
So,
good.
yeah, okay then. So in the last question, I tried to go inside of the question, but I actually forgot what the question was. I
Yeah, that
really
happens
got the
a lot.
words. So yeah, Shweta, thank you for today.